Right, so next, you're going to be taking the integral of 4x to the third power times secant squared of x to the fourth power, dx. Now how do we go about solving this? What does this even mean? This is going to be represented as a graph, a function, if you will. And we're trying to find the area under that curve. But to do that, we got to take the antiderivatives of the individual pieces of the function. And we can't do that when they're being multiplied together or divided by one another. So what we have to do is find the thing that causes the most complication in the integral, and then substitute it with u. And in this case, believe it or not, this right here is what we're going to use as our u. So let's go ahead and substitute that. U equals x to the fourth. We're going to find the derivative of that. And by the power rule, du is 4x to the third power dx. And of course, we got to get the dx by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by 4x to the third power, giving us du over 4x to the third power equals dx. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and copy everything down and replace that x to the 4 with u. So 4x to the third power times secant squared of u. And then in place of the dx, we've established that this is going to take its spot, right? So we could just copy that down. Du over 4x to the third power. Okay, so now this might look a little bit more complicated, and it might not, depending on where you're at in mathematics. What we have here, we have a 4x to the third power in the denominator of one of our terms, and we have a whole 4x to the third power, meaning because everything's being multiplied together, we can just cancel those out, leaving us with the integral of secant squared u du. Now the integral of secant squared, if you'll know your integrals, your antiderivatives, is going to be tangent u du. I'm sorry, not du. We lose the du when we evaluate the integral. It becomes a plus c. And now this would be our final answer if our original function was in terms of u, but it is not in terms of u, it's in terms of x. So we have to replace that u with what we had substituted it for, which was x to the fourth power, meaning our final answer is tangent x to the fourth power plus c, giving us our final answer.